What's goody, what's goody? Welcome to Skaterbirds Radio Episode 3. Today with us we got Kevin from the Finalbosu team. Yo, this is such a great conversation that me and Kevin are having, focused around just like mental health. The project is amazing and really integrates like your personal image into the project. You can be about the story, so please just listen in on this, man. This is an amazing episode. I'm gonna check y'all later. Peace. I'm excited to start my surfing journey whenever that does start. I'm glad to hear you talk positively about it. So yo, yeah. So yo, you coming through today. We're talking about kid, like don't crucify me if I'm pronouncing this incorrectly, but the project is called Finalbosu.
Yep, that's correct.
Okay, lit, nice, Kevin. So tell me, like, like a little bit, like, so like, kind of like a little rundown. I'm looking at the white paper. It looks lit, yo. The art looks nuts. Like, tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, for sure, man. Thanks. Yeah, first off, thanks for inviting me here. Excited to see that you got IMAX on the team. So excited for that. Yeah, Finalbosu project. We started working on it about maybe 8-9 months ago. We launched our first collection this year. Goal is really to build a brand. We've been really trying to find our vision and really getting together on what we actually like to achieve. And it's pretty close there to what I believe in general in life. I come from a long life of meditation. I've grew up a lot with meditation. It's been a big factor. And I feel that in school there's so much missing. When I was 14 I quit high school. Never really been my path. I've been an entrepreneur since 18. I've run a marketing agency and I've done a whole path of quite some business success till some heights. But I always felt that like school is not really teaching the things that are really essential to life, right? It definitely become an employee and then like everybody does their own thing. Like if you're happy, it's all good.
Yeah,
right?
There's so much more. There's so many more factors to just like being a robot. Going to school. Like we don't really learn how to connect with people like interpersonally in school. We just learn that a little bit about history, jobs, and we don't have the tools. I feel like even some colleges I think like are dabbling into it, but I don't even think like all the way up to college, like we don't really have any courses or anything that teaches people how to like connect interpersonally, teaches people about like, how to keep your battery running mentally, like when you're in a hard like working position or hard like lifestyle position. Like school is more than just like, how to get money, which I feel like, yeah.
Like 100%, man. And even like what I really personally see as like the most essential things to life, that like is almost insane that it's not being taught, but it's like our emotions, right? Like the way that we operate, the way we feel, the way that we breathe, the way that we observe actually how we're feeling on a daily basis, right? There's so many people dealing with mental health issues. Like most men are living in their mind in the future. Most women are living their mind in the past. People are suffering literally for things that happened like 15 years ago, and people are suffering for stuff that might happen in the future, right? All because we haven't really learned to deal with this stuff and how to be in the present, right? And that's really where I think happiness lays. And it's such an important thing, and especially in the NFT space, right? Like a lot is about money, and a lot is about quick cash. Cash isn't like you hear it all the time. People that have made a lot of money, still commit suicide and stuff, and are still not happy, right? And I think that this fulfillment is one of the feeling happy in the present moment consistently. It's like the number one thing, and this is really what Finalbosu ultimately is about, like creating consciousness, creating awareness, right? Making sure that we're building a brand that is going to inspire people, on the journey. for the longest time, we thought really to move with Finalbosu to a company that don't provide utility in that direction, but it is not really our place because there's been a lot of elements in my life personally that I'm excited about and that I've learned a lot from, like even like anime series like Naruto and movies that are there. And yeah, for us, it's really like, how can we combine all of these things that we're really excited about and really create something for the newer generation, so that the newer generation gets inspired to, focus on personal growth and on getting to know their emotions and yeah, really learning how to be fulfilled in the present moment. That's really what our brand is about, as Finalbosu.
Yeah, man. I gotta say right now, man. Like I gotta say it's definitely a blessing to have you. Somebody like you and like the topic you're interested in, like on the podcast today, because bro, that's like that's like what I'm all about, man. I feel like that's just like my comfort zone when it comes to connecting with people in the space is just talking about mental health because. With being a little bit vulnerable here personally, I like I suffer with well, I won't say suffer. That's a bad way to put it. But I deal with depression and anxiety, more newfound anxiety, and so I've been focusing on throughout my life just learning how to tackle that. And Web3 has given me an opportunity to connect with people in a fashion where we allow each other to be a little bit more vulnerable, feel like there is something to this space besides money, and at people's lowest, bro, like at people come to this space at their lowest, like trying to make a come up, and when they aren't able to do that, like they don't have anything else to fall back on mentally, like when it like that is their life. So it's important in this space to keep like keep the humanity like present with within the space, and like let somebody know that, hey man, like there is somebody on the other side of this computer that's willing to chop it up with you, talk with you, like everything, man. Like I like that's I'm really excited to see and hear that like this is what this project is like getting into. First of all, the artwork is fire. Like the artwork is fire. Like it's super dope. And yeah, man, it's amazing. I'm looking through the light paper right now, and I'm just seeing nothing but straight heat right now. It's all
Yeah, like to touch on that, like I think it's so correct. Like we're like a small community in a way in the NFT space, right? And so important. Like I really think like we're also connected through this common interest that we have. So we better act like a family and are here for each other. So create things that definitely help each other, lift each other up. That's what it's all about. And I think that is just so important. And obviously, like, it's an important factor in life. I've always chased money in my life in order to create a life that I want. It gave me freedom. I can spend time whenever I want with my child. Like it's important, but it's not everything there is, right? So it's definitely an important topic.
Yeah, the touch grass theme is very much so real. I mean, it's it's a very like very very simplistic way of telling people that there's more than to life than your computer PC. And I think some people take touch grass the wrong way, but it shows, like, honestly, that to me that's an example, like for somebody, for how like unequipped we are, like as a society, like socially and interpersonally, like when we want to help somebody, like the best we can come up with is touch grass. And like even when we have like good intentions, like it's just like touch grass, and somebody's like, yo, fuck you, like like yeah, man. But
I love it.
yeah, so can you kind of like dig into some of like the future goals that like you guys have as like a project? Like what do you guys like what are you guys like focusing on, like in specifics?
Yeah, for sure. So the big thing, after we released, like one of the things that we really wanted to do directly, when entering the space, we went down quite a bit deep on depth. Like we've borrowed about 60 grand in order to be able to start the project up without any idea if it's actually going to work. But we really felt like, let's just dive into it with the experience that we have. I'm doing this together with my two brothers. My oldest brother is an artist. He's been drawing anime for over all his life basically, but the last 15 years he has been focused actually on a company called Manga Yourself, where he's drawing people into anime characters. He's done this for thousands of people. He's like a service business where people literally would send in a photo of their family and then he would create this amazing artwork. My other brother has been in branding and design for a very long time and in business strategy. So, and I've been in marketing. I've run a marketing agency for a while. So I said, let's get our heads together and create this project. So we decided really, instead of going all in on like a big collection and like building this whole thing out, let's dip our toes in the water and get to know the space, like get to know the people, and as well like get a first experience. So that's what we did. We launched the 555 collection. That's very different. Where the idea actually is we sell tickets to the universe basically that we're working on, building on. So 555 tickets. Each person that buys the ticket can upload themselves and literally become an anime character in the bigger story, in the bigger mission, right? So if you have a ticket, you send in a photo, we turn you into an anime character. But this is just like the first step, because our actual goal obviously was to learn a lot from this process and to learn from this whole from this whole process and going through it. That we've went through that. It's time for our next phase. So we're in the middle of a rebrand. So we're literally like rebranding everything, like all the color schemes, new website, new story narrative. That hopefully within a month or two we're going to start marketing. To release our main collection. So we're going to release a bigger randomized collection, anime characters as well, but this will be a randomized one, and the art is really really fire. There's nothing online yet. It's we're holding everything back until we're gonna really play out like this whole narrative on Twitter and on Discord and take people within this journey. So that's like for short term. That's what's going to happen in the next couple of months. But the ultimate goal is really like to build a Web3 brand through creative storytelling. For the longest time, I've really over the last months, like really learning from everything and watching other projects, some failing, some succeeding. There's like a pattern that you can see in between the ones that are doing really well. That is something that we have observed a lot, and like packaging everything together and combining all those learning lessons is really what will happen now. So what the future exactly holds, it's we keep it a bit open, honestly. Like the ultimate goal is really to build out a brand, and it's a bit hard to say since everything is changing so quick in this space. Like what is hyped now might be totally different in 6 months, and as well. We'd like to really focus on each step at the same time, right? So first the 555 collection. Now it's time to really expand on that and to release a bigger collection, get a lot of marketing in and a lot of partnerships. So that's a bit of where we're at, and hopefully expand this brand until it's a world-known brand that really is going to inspire more than teach. Like personal growth, consciousness. I would like that children, adults later are seeing this brand and more get inspired and get excited about learning about consciousness, because I think that like spirituality and all of these things are really underrated and as well are a bit put into a corner of like it's strange, and especially the newer generation can't really connect with it yet. It's a bit hard to understand. So hopefully we can really build a brand that people will see, think like, this is freaking amazing, and at the same time through the stories that will be told and shared in all kind of different ways. It might be a manga, it might be an anime, might be virtual reality experience or a video game. It's really the best explanation. What is there?
I think all that's amazing, bro. I'm still like kind of taken away. Like, so this is. It's inspiring me. I've seen like another project do this, but you got your family on deck for this. Like, you got your family on board for this. Like, it's you. So is it just you, your older brother, and your younger brother?
Well, I'm the youngest actually, so it's two older brothers.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's just us. We also have another partner actually, and that's John. He owns a couple of big metaverse companies actually. Found him quite early in the journey. So he was the investor. He funded everything that we've done so far. He's one of the largest holders in Sandbox as well. So I'm very happy we found him as an investor. So we have funds, and have the connections as well. So it's us four actually running the business, but it's really me and my brothers. Like being
That's
passionate.
lit.
Like
That's
yeah,
lit.
it's like we've been gaming all our life, we've been watching anime together all our life, and now it's like let's build a freaking universe. So like with everything that we've always loved, right? And
Yeah.
I'm personally like the thing I'm most excited about at this point is it's really like once the first collection is getting expanded, because we feel it like this, right? If you would look at Marvel or you look at Pokemon or you look at Bored Apes or Azuki, like this universe, like if they will open a cafe, you have an idea of how it's going to look like, right? And for Finalbosu, that's the plan, like to build a universe so that people can understand, like it has an IP, it has a brand. The coolest thing is like our community members, our fans, in a way, are going to be the character. So what if Marvel would say like, yeah, we're going to actually upload our fans? They're going to become part of the whole story. I think that's going to be really cool in the end. Like I'm really excited about that.
Yo, that's lit.
That part.
That's the dream, in my opinion. Like to have your board. And yo, I hope this thing takes off, man. Because what y'all stand for and the fact that you're running with your family is fire. Actually, I don't know if you're the Little Lemon friends. I got the lemon on my profile picture right now. He actually has his mom, like the artist, like, you know, his family is kind of like on the like pretty much like the whole team. Like the one of the team is his mom, and another one is like his younger brother. And I thought that was all cool, like such a cool thing to me to have, like, you know, in Web3, just have your family like backing you and running that shit. That's fire to me, man. I love that.
It's beautiful. Yeah, it's definitely a big motivation.
Yeah, man, because and y'all could hold each other accountable, like all that shit, man. That's amazing. Are you guys like close in age?
My oldest brother, I think he's 40, 41. He just turned 40 actually. Yeah, they're like a couple months ago. My other brother's 35, 36. I'm 32. I think I'm 32. I keep forgetting my own age.
Yeah, and your younger brother, than me. Like I'm 29, so I'm the youngest. I'm the youngest in your family right now.
Join the family, the more the better, for sure.
Word, man. That's dope, man. I'm souped about this. Like, so let me get this straight. Like, so I can, so the mint is like would be like tickets, right? So I'm minting a ticket, and then I send you like my picture, and then if I send you my picture, like would that after the drawing, would that like upload the metadata like in the project, or would it like how would that work, or would that just be strictly for the universe?
Yeah, no, definitely. So the project it's sold out. Like Mint has done 555 pieces. So on OpenSea there's like tickets. I think there's consistently there are about 30 that are being listed already for a while. So it's holding pretty well. Especially since we're not really focused on marketing it. We've got some good core community members, but each ticket on OpenSea, basically, it says like Mangafy ticket. Once you purchase one, you can go to the website, you can connect your wallet, lock the ticket. We've built a special mechanism in the back, like a dApp, where you can actually lock your ticket. It will be locked away until we release it. We will draw the anime character, update the metadata, and then release it again back into your wallet, basically. And then you have your own personalized anime character based on your photo or anyone that's in your neighbor. Like we have loads of community members that literally uploaded like their wife or their partner or gave it away to like I uploaded my girlfriend, for example, and I gave it as a present to her, right? Like that's happening a lot as well. So definitely has to be a person that's real though. Like we don't there are some verification steps that we do in order to not like get legal problems with like with
I'm looking at the placeholders right now. This shit looks fire. You got the little shiny the black dude, and one of them got a fish on his back. He got a tennis racket. This is lit.
Yeah, so those dolls that you see in the black dolls, basically, you have a weapon on your back, you have a gesture, and you have a marking. Those are the three traits that are different, and then the background, the color that is. So basically, you can imagine that your face will be replaced with the doll. How do you say it in English? Like a mannequin, maybe. So your
all
face
the
gets
traits
replaced.
Stay there. Like all the traits and stuff would be. That's lit.
Yeah.
That's dope. This is amazing. What the hell? Like, this is so cool.
We've done a lot of influencers as well, like Kosher and Champ like Journey Crypto. He does his profile picture for a while. Bradway is getting uploaded right now. Had a call with him like a couple days ago. He was really pumped about it. So he's getting uploaded. So we're getting all these characters. It's going to be fun to, we're working on some bigger art pieces now that will be released once we're really starting the marketing up. Where all the influencers are like fighting against their community members, and they're like battling each other out in artwork. That's gonna be really fun and awesome.
Yo, man, that's super lit. I think that's an amazing idea. So you guys mentioned like a little bit of like a background on like you and your brothers. Like, what was your so like career before like Web3? Like, what did you get involved in daily?
Yeah, so a quick version, like when I was 14 or 15, I basically quit high school, and before you mentioned, I've dealt with depression, right? Like I've really suffered from a big depression when I was young. I grew up without a father, and even though I had an amazing mom that always was there, I took it really hard that I didn't have a father. So I was really depressed from maybe age 13, 14 till about 18. So I've gone that whole route. At some point, decided to move away from my home country because the environment I was in was just not, was not beneficial for me. It would probably go down the wrong path. Was busy with a lot of drugs and alternative ways to make money. I was ambitious though, but at the same time, just in a really dark place until I moved away to Spain and really stepped out of my environment where. And the first times I just started working, but at some point felt uninspired and really wanted to do something for myself. So I started a marketing agency from out of nowhere with no knowledge, learned everything online, grew that to about 50 or 60,000 euros a month, sold that one, started another marketing agency just after COVID hit or just during the COVID time because saw that there was an opportunity here in Spain to work with dentists, running Facebook ads, Instagram ads, like really the marketing side, videos all over the country, like working together with those local businesses really to really capture the story and tell that online through all social media platforms. Also sold that and left that whole part that done around the marketing agency, like both of them in a period of 5 years or so. I've built my own online course. I've done that for a while. Really in the marketing world, actually, like for those period of time until the day came to let it all behind to really focus on Finalbosu. And for my brothers, Jeff, like my middle brother, has a bit of same route. Always been in marketing and branding, really starting his own courses and being a consultant for a lot of bigger firms. And my other brother, JJ Mustiaki, that's the artist that has just been drawing his whole life, literally. He's never done anything else. He was literally the guy that always went to all the anime conventions. He started his own brand. You can check it out on YouTube. It's called How to Bam. He had, I think, like, I don't remember how many followers he had, but
it's called How to What? Let me type it in real quick. How to what?
How to Bam. So it's how to become a mangaka. So if you wanna, become, you want to start your own anime or manga, he was teaching that online through a course and through his YouTube channel. So he was really doing that for a long time, but always been involved in anime. Like, he is so freaking good in drawing. Like, it's absolutely insane.
I can see it, man. Some of this shit is wild. Like, I'm looking at this shit, man. Like, this is crazy.
When he spends time on drawings, like, you'll see, like, over the next months, like, there will be big drawings coming out that I think are going to blow the space away. Like, to do that such an attention for detail that. It's absolutely insane. He's really, really good at that. That's a bit the combination between us three. Really sticking our heads together now and working on this. Excited to be able to skills as well that we've learned over the last years, obviously, and apply those now to this.
Man. I definitely I totally definitely empathize with you on a bunch of stuff. I didn't grow. I know that, man. Like, I definitely believe in you already because I know personally, like, it takes a certain type of hustle when you don't, when you're going through certain things mentally and you don't got your parents like with you to help you out. Like, me personally, like, I didn't grow up with a dad either. I actually just met my dad about like 4 years ago,
Oh
and
wow.
yeah, I just met my dad like 4 years ago, and that shit ain't turned out well. So it just like we tried to work. I tried I tried to be understanding and all that other shit, and then still on the same shit. So
That's
I mean,
hard, man.
yeah, it contributed to my definitely contributed to my mental health. Yeah, like my depression. I mean, like it kind of amped shit up a little bit. I got into the same shit, in school, selling weed, everything like that, just all types of shit, like just getting into all types of stuff. But I will say though, um, certain living two different types of lifestyles, like having the opportunity to be in one way and then kind of make yourself put yourself in a position to live a better lifestyle. It gives you two different perspectives of just of life and shit. I feel like personally for me, I feel like I can with I can connect with anybody just because I lived a life where when I was younger I had a good amount of wealth thanks to my mom, but then my mom actually went away to prison for 10 years, so I was homeless. I was out doing my thing, and I was living a life of poverty up until now. Uh, and it's definitely it's helped me to just connect with people and just get two completely different perspectives of life. And I'm telling you, man, people who who are who suffer with depression and go through certain things, don't have that family around. It's a certain type of hustle that's just built inside of you. I feel like it's a certain type of hustle where it's just you gotta you be on top of it sometimes.
100%, man. Thanks for sharing that. Yeah, with us actually. Don't say with me, but with us.
Yeah,
Really
man. Yeah,
true.
for sure. Yeah, it's it's cool. I try to, I like these conversations. That's why I'm so excited to even be having this conversation now, because it's just this is something. I was actually just talking to somebody yesterday about I was talking to somebody from Loser Club. I was talking to the marketing lead from Loser Club because he runs a Twitter Spaces meditation, and I think that's a quiet a guided meditation on Twitter Spaces. I think that shit is fire. But yeah, it's the subject of mental health is just kind of it was a lot stronger a couple months ago. I feel but now I feel people lost the interest in it, and
Yeah.
yeah, it's kind of I'm still brainstorming this, so I'm asking you what do you think? Do you think there's any ways to kind of revive that in the space, kind of the subject of mental health, get people talking a little bit more, get people connecting a little bit more interpersonally, and just sharing have you thought about that, or how to
Yeah,
get that
100%, man. I think first off, it's so true. I think if you I feel super blessed now that I went through a hardship of life, because this is right. It made us the person we are today.
same? Yeah.
Those hard those hard lessons, it feels if you already overwon that, anything is possible, and it really gave me it's like a muscle almost, right? You've trained the muscle of being able to withstand anything. So I definitely
Mhm.
think it's a blessing to so I think about
Yeah,
that with my
it's a
son.
certain type of
My son,
muscle people don't got. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's a certain type of
yeah,
muscle other people don't got. I respect that. Yeah.
and it's something that I'm thinking about with my son now, right? And my son is 10 months old, and I'm he's we're good with money, we're good even if everything would go to shit. I could survive for a long period of time, and he has this amazing life here on the beach every day, and
Mhm.
sometimes I'm thinking I want to teach him the same lessons because they're so hard and important to me, but at the same time, I want to give him an amazing life, right? We'll see how
Yeah.
that how that
You put them
works
in the
out.
streets.
Go hustle, man, for a while. But yeah, about the space, and this is something that I'm a huge fan of, and it's something that as well has there's a couple of thoughts that I have on this one. Yeah, it's what is really important to me and to you, right, as a person, individually, and what do you want to give out and bring back to the world? What are the actual problems that we would like to solve? And I think there's a certain type of hype and everything that happens in the NFT space, even before a lot of people was even leveraging a lot of really hard on the mental health thing, and that is important. And but I really think that in life, I've been to meditation centers where I was for 10 days in silence, like just meditating 12 hours a day. Like I've really went through a lot to learn about this stuff. And one thing I can definitely say is every single person on this planet is suffering in some way or another, right? Like there is nobody that's fully living in the presence consistently. Like there's very little people. And in Buddhism, for example, I'm not fully a religious person, but I do like the philosophy of the Buddhism, and they speak about enlightenment, like people that are fully, constantly in the present and are not being controlled by their emotions, but can really know how to respond on how they feel and know how to deal really good with stuff. There is not a person on this planet that is not suffering. Like everybody's dealing with this shit, one way or another. Like, right? Like there's always stuff happening, and I mean, like it's all depending on how your life is going, right? Because maybe every day you're happy, but something happens and now you're unhappy, right? Like we're getting controlled by this, and I think like everybody's dealing with this in a way, and I think that it's a topic that it is so important. Like outside of the NFT space, I think it's just in general a topic that should be spoken about a lot more and should be worked on a lot more altogether. Like we should really as humanity be busy with this consistently, like in schools. Like when your children are growing up, they should be learning about how to deal with their emotions, so they don't have to have all of these problems. They can be better in control, so they know how to react against if they're feeling anger or they're feeling sadness. It's just such an important topic that I think like it's really up to all of us to constantly keep pushing this forward. And I think that that's one of the reasons as well why. Some way or another, I think Finalbosu it's really about making it really fun as well. So instead of like, hey, let's sit down, we're going to learn about personal growth today. Now you're going to go through an experience, and automatically you will learn from the stories that are there, right? Like the stories, the narratives that are being crafted, all will take you on this journey that you automatically learn from and get these lessons from with. So I think, yeah, definitely we could. Find ways to make it fun, and meditation sessions, like we're doing that with the communities. I think it's awesome. There's a lot of stuff that we can do on that end. Definitely. But that's a bit my take on, how I view this, man. It's such an important thing.
Like you
more
mentioned,
than anything.
Like you mentioned, I think, like the fact that you mentioned, like everybody suffers, bro. I was just telling my girl the other day, like, I go to talk therapy and stuff like that. So, me and my therapist would talk about it too. And I was telling my girl the other day, I'm like, yo, look, I think you should go to therapy. Like you don't suffer with depression and stuff, but I think, therapy is such a helpful thing to help you like kind of just like figure yourself out and kind of like learn whether or not you're struggling with something, like, because everybody suffers, right? Like you mentioned, but like most people don't realize they are suffering. So it's just like, all right, like how am I, like, what I'm saying? Like how does somebody like get the tools to identify whether or not like there's a certain hardship or something that like, or something they're struggling with internally that like brings like some shit onto like, their personal well-being. And man, that's it's like we need those tools. I think like, man, I'm so excited to just hearing your mindset. Like I'm excited to see where this shit about to go with this project, man. Like yeah, man. It's really dope. But yeah, man. So would you say like so how long is the 555 collection right now? How long has that been out?
We launched it back in February. I think the 7th, if I recall it. We've drawn so far about 100. I think we're getting close into 100, so it's a bit on the slower side than we hoped for. But at the same time, we knew that at some point it would slow down a little bit until we're really gonna start hammering the marketing and stuff up again. We've on purposely like took that route a little slow because for us it's really not just about bringing out a project, but really taking our time to build something really, really unique and that is really like that we're really proud of. Like we would rather take months time and just build something, put our heads down, and just focus every day on working hard. Like we all work like many hours a day, every single day, just on this, to really build something amazing. So, it's been out since February, and about 100 are drawn so far. So I think we're good on track. We're good on track.
That's 100 people that uploaded pictures.
Yeah, it's 100 people that
Hey, that's so dope, yo. That's so crazy, man. That's so crazy, bro. Yo, that's lit. I'm about to be 101 or something, man. I gotta copy one. I gotta copy one for sure. Yeah, so like it's been crazy, man. This whole thing, like, I do Web3 full time, so I'm trying to keep my head straight. This market, bro, like I feel like it's a ghost town right now. We in NFT ghost town, key, like it's like weird. What do you feel about like what's going on right now in the space, like in the future of the space? Like, what do you feel about it? Like, how does it affect you? Like,
it really reminds me a bit of like the meditation center I went to. Like, what was very interesting there was like I went 10 days into Vipassana. It's called. I don't know if you've heard of it. It's a special technique that you learn. You go 10 days inside. You meditate 12 hours a day, fully in silence. So you don't speak to anyone. You don't watch somebody in the face. Like it's just you 12 hours a day meditating. So it's like the hardest thing I've ever done, and at the same time, like the best thing. But what I noticed, it's like every 10 minutes, like 10 days, like why it's so amazing is that life is like speeding up over there, right? In life, we go through cycles. Like then you're a week full happy, blessed, you feel amazing. A week later, you feel depressed, you don't have the energy, right? Like we all know that. And so now it's like every 10 minutes, it's like you're depressed, you're happy, you're depressed, you're happy. It's just constantly like it's all like,
oh my god, bro, like that's you should
market.
yeah. You should have seen me walking around my house like before we like the reason I said it was emergency, bro. Like when I was like, yo, give me 15 minutes, like it's an emergency, bro. Because I was like, yo, you should see me walking around my house, bro. Like before I drank this coffee, like I was like, I was like a damn like yo, like I don't know. I was just like I felt like mentally immobile. Like I just had nothing. I had nothing to give. Like and but now I feel like totally changed. I drink coffee, like it's crazy, bro. Our moods can be like so crazy, and I feel like people need to be in touch when like those moods swing like that. Like me, it gets me nervous. Like, but shit, like damn, like my shit just be like going from left to right within like hours, bro.
Yeah, yeah, and that's life, man. And I think like referring to the NFT space, I think that is like part of the cycle, right? Like the NFT space, everything goes up and down. Like the people behind buying and selling are going through the same stuff, so it's logical. There are cycles in everything, in the market and in everything. I think like yeah, bear market, bull market, whatever there is. Obviously, when it's bull and everybody's just buying whatever, like it's just going nuts. Everything gets sold out. The volumes are amazing. Like everybody's super hyped about it. It's obviously a lot easier, right? I think that's fact. Like for everybody, it is, and everybody's like hyped about everything that's being built. Less complaining. People feel more happy in general. But I think that the other cycle is also necessary, just like as we have in life, ups and downs. But as a project, yeah, founders, I think it's just so important to have a vision and just keep building on that whatsoever. Like whatever, like I don't give a shit. Like if the floor price like drops even more, like, I literally don't care because all I want to do is build something really amazing that's going to fulfill our dream. And obviously, I'm aware that marketing is important, and even floor price can be important because it indicates a lot about the community and how everything is going, right, volume wise. But yeah, if there's a plan and you know what you set out to do, it's just like any other business. Like with my marketing agency as well, I had moments where I went up to 20,000, had a lot of employees. Like I hired 4 guys and then literally lost 6 clients and then like had to fire one and like just struggling like ups and downs, like same shit, and every business has been like that. So I yeah, it's a sort of part of the game that's really how I view it. And yeah, I think that is just so important. Like having that bigger vision, it's just crucial in this part. And what,
do you feel like it's been a little bit? So you feel like it's been a little bit easier to like build and work during this downtime, like in the space?
Yeah, I do feel that. Yeah,
yeah.
It definitely gave me a bit of peace of mind because like things just take time. Like if you want to build good stuff, it just takes time to build, and I think there's very unrealistic expectations in what it takes. I mean, like there's a lot of kids, 19 to 25 years old, that are buying NFTs, and everybody wants to buy the next Bored Ape, and it just blows up, and that shit really fucked with people. Like honestly, all this wealth that's being created, like it's totally unrealistic. You know what I mean? Like it's not normal in the society that we live in to be able to buy something that just blows up and makes you like a millionaire like overnight.
Yeah.
Like it's just
Super
not
unnormal.
no
Super unnormal. And I
it
feel like
messes
when
up.
shit is incredibly unnormal. I think when shit is jumping, bro, it's like when you're building and shit, it feels like you have somebody tapping you on your shoulder, like, yo, hurry the fuck up, like what's good? Like, and it's just like that shit is annoying. Like it's super unnormal. And but it's also dope because that's what brought me to the space. I'm like, oh shit, what you mean? 80,000 in like 3 days? Like what you mean? like
100%. Well, we're all chasing it in a way, right? Like I've
yeah.
bought and sold my own NFTs, and I've been trading for a while as well in this space. So I know it. Like I'm also chasing those numbers, obviously, but at the same time, it's so important to like keep meditating and letting it go and being like, there's more to life, you know, than that stuff. Because and especially for community, I think community like informing them. I personally do like these selfie videos because it gives a bit of more of a personal touch. Because I find it just important, you know, to let everybody know, like we're building, whatever happens, like there will come a point that shit start to shift. Marketing will start up, and we'll probably, you know, get a lot more people in and all of that stuff. But we really need the time to build, and I think like communities can turn toxic pretty quick. It's important to manage that, you know, and to help people. Like I love how Gary Vee always says that, you know. I don't know if you follow Gary, but follow him. Yeah, I think who doesn't these days, but. Like he always talks
like
about
persistent dude, bro, and like resilient.
Yeah,
he started. I remember like reading and listening to him. He was starting like a wine business, I think, or like a wine selling business before. Like and then he had like a little podcast or something before then, and it wasn't successful. Like, but he didn't like reach his success until like later on. I think like late 30s or something like that. But he
100%, like way later even.
Yeah. That's when
like 35 or so.
Yeah. I think it was around that. I had a question that you made me think about, and I kind of just like forgot it. But yeah, all right, well, whatever. I'll probably come back. But yeah, man, it's there you go, boom. What year did you get started in crypto? Because I was thinking about you mentioning.
I started buying cryptos in 2020. I started buying, 220. Before that, I've bought actually before that a little, but not. I was not really like properly involved. I just had it standing, not much. But my brother actually bought Bitcoin quite early on in 2012, I think. Just one, sadly, but at least one. But and then. 6-7 months later, I really started to shift towards the NFT space. Was a little later after like when Dutch Pound was like just like becoming really big, and like Alex Becker was talking a lot about the Dutch Pound. That was when I really started to ape in like Dutch Pound pretty hard. So yeah. That's been a bit,
I started in 2017. I was one of those like those fake people who who made a couple of bucks and they swore who knew what they swore they knew what the fuck was going on. I was telling all my friends and shit. I'm like, yo, look, bro, like, yo, just follow me. Like, yo, you just gotta buy the XRP. It's gonna be all good. And they proved all that shit. Like, bro, that shit, bro. I was so unreliable, and I didn't know shit. Like, I didn't know shit about crypto. And I kind of, to be honest with you. Like NFT is like made shit a little bit more like easy for me to grasp because I still don't know shit about crypto, but I see like pictures and shit. I'm like, oh, all right, it's like reading a picture book, like a lot easier than reading a fucking book like that has no pictures in it. Like I don't know, but
you founded Skaterbirds, right? Like it's your project.
What happened?
Where were you? Yo, you hear me? Skaterbirds. Sorry.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, you founded Skaterbirds?
Oh no! I'm just a podcast host, bro.
Okay, cool.
I didn't found Skaterbirds. They brought me on with the help of our buddy Amax over here and Bossa. Like they hooked me up with some interviews, and yeah, man, it's a really dope community though. I like it. They got a cafe coming out. I think it's correct me if I'm wrong, Amax, if you're listening, but it might be the cafe might be in Spain actually coming out. I don't know. I gotta double check.
They're literally opening a cafe, like a real live one.
Yeah.
Awesome, real. That's dope. Gotta visit
Yeah.
it if it's gonna be in Spain.
Yeah, awesome. I got to double check. Maybe I'm just throwing out random countries and places and shit, but I got to double check.
Switzerland. IMAX said Switzerland. I'll fly over to Switzerland.
Oh, okay, Switzerland. Yeah, you see how I'm unreliable I am, bro. Like I can't tell you shit about. But yeah, man. Yeah. So one thing I would ask is, like, do you guys have? All right, so you personally, right? So anybody who's like trying to like, I know like like in life you got a little bit of seasoning in life and just like kind of just in building and whether it's like personally and just like making something for yourself like physically, financially, like would you have any like tips and guidance for those who are just like in the space right now?
Yeah, like the main thing really like I know that this might be a bit cliche in a way, like do what you love, like do something that you really enjoy or at least you feel like you grow from. I think that growth is such a big thing that fuels our happiness. Like I personally like felt really down on the moments I was working like normal jobs and I didn't really have like an opportunity to really grow like personally. So I think that that's a really big thing. Everything you can learn nowadays. So it's like I was literally quit school when I was 14. Like I can literally still not write properly in Dutch, like my own country. Like I've been able to learn like starting my own business, doing finances. Like I've learned so much just by going and doing and taking action consistently and just doing it really in the present moment. I think like that is just so important. I always loved like the marketing business. I really like enjoyed it for a long period of time, but purely because I was really growing in it. So I would really like try to find something to really like, especially nowadays. Like anything is possible. Like there's literally girls that are like farting in jaws and selling it on OnlyFans and like and Amazon. Like you can make money with anything these days, right? Like
the Snapchat premiums. I don't know if you remember the Snapchat premiums back then.
There's money everywhere, right? Like business everywhere. Like it's not even longer like maybe it's going to succeed. No, you can literally start with $0 and start today, like on anything, create content, whatever it is, right? But doing something that you really feel that like grows you as a person, stepping out of your comfort zone, learning lessons. YouTube is filled with information. There's lots of courses online for free, some of them paid. Like go and get studying, go and get learning, and take action consistently every single day. Like I always, what I really like is like, if you look at Gary Vee or even like Elon Musk or whatever, you always have the feeling like these guys have figured stuff out, but they're also just struggling. Like they're also suffering, but they're just going and they're just taking action. And 70% of all their time is also just wasted to stuff. But because they take so hard action and they just keep going, like stuff falls in its place. So I really think like go at it, like do something you like, take action, focus on your own personal growth, be present. Like being in the moment, like I think that's so freaking important. And if these space is filled with opportunities, buying, selling, there's lots of jobs everywhere. As long as you do something that fulfills you, I think it's you're on the right path. Definitely hope that answers that.
Yeah, hell yeah. I think that's I feel like it's much easier just to invest yourself in something that you actually care about, like I find it, making money is a motivator, but when you're actually interested in something that you're like working towards, whether it's like, whether you're just trying to, get some money in the space or like, get a whitelist or be a part of a team, like it's something that I feel like for me personally, it's a lot easier to work towards something that I like am passionate about and like much more interested in, whether it's like just like how the team operates, the project vision and shit like that. Like I think it's much easier for me to like grasp, and it makes the building process a lot more fluid.
100%. And it doesn't have to start like that. Actually, when I started the marketing agency, I only started because I wanted to make money and escape like the jobs that I had. I was working in bars day and night, and I was working in a surf school. I was teaching surf here. Even though I liked that, I liked that more than a marketing agency, but I did see like a great opportunity for there to step out. But the marketing agency teaches me so much that like it teach me to be an entrepreneur and teach me to have a different mindset around money and teach me that anything is possible. So I've learned a lot there. Now, Finalbosu is really a passion project, but it didn't come after, like it came after 5 or 6 years of doing the marketing agency first. And I Finalbosu, like, I don't care about the money, like zero. There's no feeling of me that that wants to make money out of this. I just really, really like to be able to work on this day and night and to work with my brother. It's like freaking a blessing to work on art, like create our own anime. Like it's insane. It's been a dream. Like it's like living that, right? So it doesn't always have to start with, because I think like a lot of people get really trapped and lost in like, but I need to find my passion and I don't know what it is, right? But just get started with something that moves you forward and take one step and then the next and then the next. And at some point things are going to shift and your mindset will change, and then you see opportunities everywhere, and then you can slowly find out like what you actually want to do, right? But definitely, like if there's something that you like, you actually enjoy, right? Like playing video games or whatever, like try to make money with that. Like there's opportunities everywhere.
Yeah. Hell yeah. I was thinking about that yesterday. Because like I rap, I do music and stuff like that, and for me personally, like like I like I've always wanted to rap and like do music since I was a kid, and I found it something like, all right, boom, I'm good at it, but like, do I really enjoy it? And I'm keeping it a buck with you, like the stuff, it sounds good, and like a lot of my friends and like my friends that are being real with me, like they like my music. Random people I'll show some music or whatever. But like I found it like really hard for me to just like woke up, but like, all right, damn, I'm about to go work on music. I'm much rather like go do something else. It's just something that I feel like I could be profitable on. So it's just like I've been really reevaluating that shit with my life. Like, all right, is music the way I want to go? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not, I haven't really. I'm still like in the process of navigating that. So it's just like definitely like finding some like you can make money out of anything, man. And I'm a big gamer myself. I play like a lot of. I'm a big like console gamer. I'll be playing a lot of Apex and all the other shit like and other stuff. But I'm big on that. but yeah, man. Like it's just I agree. Like just finding that thing that you connect with the most.
And do you know Harry Mack?
Harry Mack. The rapper?
The freestyle god, yeah.
Yeah, I have like you talking about like OG like you talking about like super OG.
Yeah, he's big on YouTube now, but he's just doing freestyle. But he's like having these Omegle bars. I don't know. Maybe I've seen him on TikTok.
About Craig Mack.
No, not like old school stuff, but more like this dude is like big on YouTube now. Like, go check him out if you haven't. Like, I'm a huge fan of him. He's like the number one freestyler in the world. That's literally comes. Yeah, amazing,
I'm checking him out right now. Yeah, I'm checking him out right. He better than Juice WRLD. You heard Juice WRLD freestyle?
He is, but he's rapping off the top, like proper freestyle. Like he's making stuff up on the moment, but really insane. Like he's really like. I was watching today. Every Friday, he drops these Omegle bars where he goes on Omegle and he surprises people. People give him 3 words. He raps around those. Like he's good. Like
I'm gonna check him out right says right after
like, this. Being that dude because it's freaking awesome. I love Harry Mack. Like,
I'm gonna check him out right after this. That's dope. I used to listen to what's the name? Like, because Juice WRLD freestyles off the top. Like he used to freestyle off the top. Okay. And like that's kind of what he was known for, was just to be able to just say anything on the spot, whatever. There's a lot of videos of him on YouTube just like rapping with other rappers and stuff like that, just being goofy, just saying whatever the fuck. Like, so like I'm about to check him out though. I'm about to check out Harry Mack right after this.
Check on YouTube like his latest Omegle bar, and it's I literally like to do that. Give me goosebumps every time. Like how good he is. He's like wow.
Omegle 70. Was it? Omegle bars. Oh, he just rapping and his motherfuckers on Omegle. That's crazy.
I'm looking at it. Well, he's going on the street as well, but like his talent to be able to storytell. True. Like if you give him like 3 words, he storytells around. It's not like just, like he's just using those words, and he's literally telling a whole story around it. He literally never chokes. Like he's just always on point. Like I don't know how the hell he does it. He's so quick with his brain. Like he's really, really good. I just gotta mention this dude. He's such a god.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch this soon. But yo, man, I want to just thank you for having you today, man. Like it was such a great conversation, bro. We got to connect. I'm definitely gonna hit you up in the DMs after this. We should definitely stay in touch. Like this was such a great conversation, bro. Like I'm so glad that like you came with just like the interest that you have, man. It was such an amazing conversation. I hope that we can keep in touch, chop it up a little bit further, like outside of this podcast. And yeah, bro, like for real, man. Thanks so
100%,
much.
man.
So what?
Thank
So
you, dude.
is there anything else that you want to like share with just like the community before like we get off about like the project or like future plans, anything like that, or we all? What you
Yeah,
got?
more like just follow Finalbosu on Twitter. Like, check us out. Sooner or later, we'll start up the marketing. We're a bit in silence mode. We're just having our hats down and literally just working every day. Obviously, if you think anime is cool and you love what you do, go to OpenSea, buy a ticket. They're like $200 right now, so it's almost no money. You get your own anime character. You'll be part of the bigger story. And like we're going all like we're all in. Like we're every single dollar that we have, we reinvest back into building this bigger. There's a lot of stuff coming on the horizon. So you know, my brother always says show and not tell and talk too much. You know, so just keep an eye on stuff. You know, I think that's the best thing that we can do, and we'll prove ourselves in this space. And we keep building. So yeah, thanks, dude. Like, thanks for the talk. I really enjoyed it as well. We have a lot of common ground, and I really enjoyed this type of talk.
Yeah, man. Yo, it's a real blessing to just be able to just chop it up with you. I think I needed this conversation to help me just like, you know, to have somebody that's like the lead of a team really just be in tune with themselves, like personally, and just like understand the need for that, like in the space and just like life and shit. Like that shit has definitely been really helpful for me, and like it's definitely inspiring. But I'm gonna hit you up outside, you know, after this, and we're gonna
Yeah, do
chop it
that
up a little
for
bit
sure.
more. And then
100%,
yeah, man, we can connect, man. For real, I appreciate you, bro.
For the rest, Black Bounce, Vaporizer, Almic, hey Max, thanks for joining in as well, for listening.
Yeah,
appreciate
man.
you guys investing your time with us.
Regular, man. Yeah, Almic. Thanks, Almic, for pulling up. Amax, Vaporizer. Like, I'm just copying Kevin and shit.
I love it, man.
Yeah, man. But yeah, man. Thanks a lot, brother. Peace. I'm gonna hit you up.
Thanks, dude. Yeah, for sure, man. Thank you so much.
Peace,
See you later, guys. Bye bye.